Hey everybody, it's Suzanne and I'm here for a special segment over at Davis Farm. I love showing this place. There's so much to it and it's always fascinating to walk people around because even if you drive by this place a million times, you don't realize how much is actually back here. So we'll show you that in a minute. But another thing that's been really fascinating is to learn a lot of the history. Some of you know I live really close to here. I grew up really close to here, but I never knew exactly kind of how this all came to be. But this was originally part of Concord, this area of West Bedford, until 1729 when Bedford annexed off. They took they part of Billerica and part of Concord and sort of merged it together, and then it became Bedford. So what's really interesting here is that the barn, it's called a Kent barn. It's circa 1668 or so, we believe. And that actually predates the farmhouse, which is recorded to be maybe 1705. So it's quite fascinating. Why would you have a barn when you didn't have a house here? So the history that we believe to be correct is that the Samuel Davis, who originally created this homestead, I believe it was the nephew of Simon Willard. If you know Concord, that's a very, very famous Concord name. So Simon Willard founded Concord, and the thought was that, back in the day, in the 1600s, they would actually run the livestock up the Concord River, which hugs the side of this property. It's beautiful. So they would run the livestock up. I'm not sure if it was summer or fall or when, but this was sort of a separate farm area. Believe it or not, there was a lot of issues in Concord back in the day where it was over-farmed and they were actually running out of really good fertile land. So that's a reason why somebody might have had this whole separate, barn and started to create this farm up the road in what now is Bedford. So, my whole life I've lived here and I never knew the connection between the Davis family and Simon Willard. So I thought that was super cool. Anyway, so then Samuel Davis came and, built the farmhouse, and the rest is history, as they say. One thing that's really neat inside the farmhouse itself is that the ceiling height is really, really tall for such a historic structure, and the understanding is that the Davises were really tall people. So clearly I'm not related to them, even though my grandma was a Davis. Interesting fact. Anyway, so I just think that history is a really cool thing, and it's part of the whole story of not only this property but this entire area. So that's some of the really cool, interesting history here at Davis Farm.